Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Manchester United not looking to offload Jadon Sancho next summer. Manchester United are not looking to offload former Borussia Dortmund star Jadon Sancho in the upcoming transfer window. Erik Ten Hag is said to have lost patience with the 23-year-old due to his inconsistency at the Old Trafford side. The England international has been underwhelming for the Red Devils ever since his move to the club in the summer of 2021. However, speaking to Give Me Sport, CBS Sports' Ben Jacobs does not believe United will part ways with Sancho just yet. A departure from the Red Devils for the forward is not on the cards for now. He said, I know we have heard a lot of rumors about Manchester United potentially cashing in somehow in order to generate funds because they are obviously looking for quite a big outlay, particularly with a more defined forward, but I don't think that's the case at this point. The 23-year-old's return to Manchester was met with a lot of anticipation after his electric spell in Germany. Big things were expected from the winger at the Old Trafford side. Unfortunately, that has not been the case for the English national. His debut season was a bit topsy-turvy, and it has not gotten any better for the former Manchester City Academy star in the current campaign. Initially, Sancho started well under Ten Hag, however, he soon boiled off. The 23-year-old has struggled to make an impact week in, week out, and has lost his place in the starting lineup. The England international has also been unavailable for a big chunk of the season, but in recent weeks he has put in some encouraging performances, but still 5 goals and 2 assists in 32 appearances in all competitions in the current campaign is not a decent output from a player of Sancho's potential. At Dortmund, the 23-year-old showed that he possessed immense talent. Therefore, there is a quality player inside the winger that we have not been able to tap. However, football is a result game, and it remains to be seen how long the English national can keep on flopping before we decide to sell him. Newcastle and West Ham showing interest in under-fire Manchester United captain Harry Maguire. Reporter Alex Crook has told Give Me Sport that both Newcastle United and West Ham United are interested in Maguire, and a move away from the glaring lights of Old Trafford to physical teams like the Magpies makes a lot of sense. He said, I think so. He will leave. It's a question of what sort of money they are going to get for Maguire. He needs to go and play. I know there is some interest from Newcastle, West Ham as well, and I think probably they would be good moves for him. I think it's best for all concerned that he moves on. Even his most ardent supporter, Gareth Southgate, has warned the centre-back of the need to play more in order to keep his status as a Three Lions regular alive. It will be interesting to see how this unfolds and whether the United club captain will leave permanently or a loan deal will be way out. United will not get anywhere close to the £80 million they paid for him back in 2019, but if they can get around half of that, it would be a deal worth doing. Alejandro Garnacho fitness update. Erik Ten Hag gives promising news. Erik Ten Hag says Alejandro Garnacho is making strong progress in his return from injury. There is good news on Alejandro Garnacho as the winger bids to step up his return from an ankle ligament injury. Garnacho sustained an injury in early March in the draw against Southampton at Old Trafford. While he won't be in the squad to face Tottenham today, there is some positive news. Erik Ten Hag said, Garnacho is back on the pitch, but he is not ready for the game against Tottenham. It's unclear if Garnacho would be available for Sunday against Aston Villa either, but there is an outside chance he makes the bench. The winger has been a major plus in Manchester United's season, making his breakthrough as a regular after winning the FA Youth Cup last season. Garnacho will give United an extra threat in the final third, and his energy will be vital over the last few weeks of the season. I would disregard the prospect of Garnacho leaving United early to play in the Under-20 World Cup. There is no chance. United will allow this to happen with the FA Cup final against City on the horizon in June. Garnacho became the youngest player ever to provide an assist in the Manchester derby earlier in 2023, and United will want him available. Bruno Fernandes has a mind-blowing impact on Man United result. Bruno Fernandes' career at Manchester United has taken off since he first graced Old Trafford in February 2020, and he's never shown any sign of slowing down since. The Portugal international was a lockdown revelation when he swapped Sporting Lisbon for the Red Devils in January 2020, tallying 8 goals and 7 assists in only 14 matches toward the end of the season. Since hitting the ground running in his first half season at the Theatre of Dreams, Fernandes has soaked up the limelight as Man United's danger man, clocking 60 goals and 52 assists in 175 appearances for the club. Although Marcus Rashford's blockbuster season stole the headlines in 22-23, United stand-in captain has been the cornerstone of the club's renaissance under Erik ten Hag this term, while his high goal contributions from some previous years have dwindled. The 28-year-old intangible qualities, including his leadership and playmaking skills and endless work rate, have been paramount. Numbers don't lie, as they say, so let's look at Fernandes' offensive output this season. His first goal contribution this term came on match day 4 as he slotted home a second half winner in Man United's narrow 1-0 home victory over Southampton, but he has amassed only 5 goals in 29 league outings in 2023, last scoring in a 2-1 triumph over mid-table Crystal Palace at Old Trafford in early February. Don't let Fernandes' relatively sparse scoring showings trick you into believing he hasn't been critical to United's rock-solid top 4 charge. By contrast, the Red Devils have won 4 out of 5 Premier League games featuring the Portuguese ace on the score sheet, including victories over Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur. Unfortunately for United, Fernandes is a major doubt ahead of their pivotal top-flight clash against fellow top 4 hopefuls Spurs this midweek. Ten Hag delivered a damning fitness verdict on the playmaker's fitness status during a press conference ahead of United's trip to London today. As you may have realized by now, Fernandes is a man for the big occasion, but even when he doesn't score, he still makes his on-field presence count. He has delivered 6 assists across 5 Premier League matches this season, and guess what? The Red Devils have dropped points only once in those fixtures. Manchester United positioning themselves for Monaco defender Van der Son. Manchester United are positioning themselves to sign Monaco right back Van der Son. Despite Aaron Wan-Bissaka's resurgence, United remain in the market for a right-sided defender, and Van der Son's name has emerged again following rumors linking him with an Old Trafford move last summer. Since the World Cup, Wan-Bissaka has gradually grown into the team and is now a crucial part of Erik ten Hag's plans. The Englishman has provided a genuine competition for Diogo Dalot, who has in recent games, amidst United's injury crisis at the back, played as a left back. United are rumored to be in for Bayer Leverkusen's Jeremy Frimpong. Meanwhile, French outlet RMC reports that Monaco are preparing for a number of departures for some of the team's high-profile players, with the League One giants looking likely to miss out on Champions League football. RMC says, in defense, large English teams are observing Van der Son. In the event of a departure for Van der Son, Manchester United are ready to position themselves for the Brazilian. United are in a prime position to offer Van der Son Champions League football. The 20-time English champions are currently fourth in the Premier League standings, level on points with 30th place Newcastle with a game in hand. Van der Son has made 34 appearances for Monaco in all competitions this season. In that time, the 21-year-old has scored 1 goal and registered 4 assists. Van der Son would be an incredible addition to the squad if his signing gets over the line. He excels in attacking phases of the game and is a threat going forward. His abilities have caused him to be regularly likened to legendary Brazilian right-back Cafu. He offers something different from Dalot and Wan-Bissaka. The Brazilian's situation is certainly one for United fans to keep a close eye on. Atalanta leave door open for Manchester United target Rasmus Højlund transfer. Gasperini, the manager of Atalanta, has admitted that it would be impossible to reject a big money offer for Manchester United target Rasmus Højlund. At the moment, the Red Devils are monitoring the Denmark international ahead of the upcoming transfer window. The Old Trafford side are looking to recruit a new striker next summer. Speaking to the media via Manchester Evening News, Gasperini, who has been in charge at Atalanta since 2016, hailed the 20-year-old and acknowledged the interest in him for other top teams. He said, I haven't seen so many strikers as good as Højlund at 20. He can improve a lot. He is great. Top European clubs are always attentive to this kind of top talents. There could be some huge bids for him that would be impossible to reject for us. Højlund, who has been dubbed the new Erling Haaland, signed for Atalanta in the summer of 2022 from Sturm Graz. Since then, he has become a key player for the Bergamo-based club. The Danish national's current contract at the Italian outfit runs until June 2027. Therefore, it remains to be seen what sort of offer Ladia will consider to part ways with the youngster. In the current campaign, the 20-year-old has made 29 appearances in all competitions for Gasperini's team, scoring 8 goals and providing 3 assists. The striker also made a mark in the recent international break, scoring a hat-trick against Finland and a brace versus Kazakhstan. United only have 2 natural number 9s in the squad, Anthony Martial and Wout Weghorst. Unfortunately, the French national has been unavailable for most of the season due to fitness issues. On the other hand, the burly Lowney has been underwhelming for the Red Devils. While the 30-year-old has worked hard, he has not been up to scratch in front of goal. Therefore, we could evidently do with some reinforcement up top. Højlund is not the finished article as of yet. However, the 20-year-old has the talent and ability to come off the bench for the Old Trafford side and make an impact. But will we sign him? Only time will tell. Man United don't want to play games with Tottenham's Daniel Levy over Kane. Manchester United have been heavily linked with a move for Tottenham Hotspur star Harry Kane this summer. Signing a top-quality striker is said to be one of the top priorities of manager Erik ten Hag, and the Dutch boss is reportedly a huge admirer of the 29-year-old, but United don't want to become embroiled in a transfer saga with the Lily Whites over Kane. According to Man, the Red Devils don't want to play games with the Spurs chairman Daniel Levy, who has a reputation of being football staff negotiator. The 29-year-old current contract in North London will run out in June 2024, but he is unlikely to sign a new deal with Tottenham, who have been enduring a very difficult season so far. The Lily White's chances of qualifying for Champions League football next term are negligible after the 6-1 thrashing at Newcastle United left them 6 points behind the top 4. Despite being one of the best players in the English league, Kane has never won a major trophy at his club, and he is unlikely to win one in the near future. Therefore, the England international is expected to leave Spurs in the summer transfer window. This is a boost for United, but Manchester City failed to get a deal for Kane even when they were ready to pay £127 million in the summer of 2021. If negotiations for the 29-year-old become too difficult, Erik ten Hag's side could turn their attention to Victor Osimhen, but the Nigeria international is under contract at Napoli until 2025, meaning a transfer fee for him will likely be even greater. The Red Devils have also been linked with Randall Kolo Muani, Rasmus Højlund, Gonzalo Ramos, and Mohamed Kudus, players who are regarded as a cheaper alternative to Kane or Osimhen. Sir Jim Ratcliffe proposes controversial Man United bid that will keep the Glazers as stakeholders. Ineos billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe has proposed a bid that will retain the Glazers as stakeholders of Manchester United. The People's Person covered a report earlier this month which detailed that suitors keen to bid for the club have been given until the end of this month to table their revised and final bids to purchase the club. These proposals are expected to be submitted by April 28. Both Sir Jam and his main competitor Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani are in the running and are expected to submit their bids before the deadline elapses. The Daily Mail's Mike Keegan reports that while Sheikh Jassim is still keen to complete a full takeover and purchase the club in its entirety, Ratcliffe now wants an arrangement which would see the Glazers retain a minority share. Keegan details Sir Jim Ratcliffe is offering a deal for Manchester United that would enable Joel and Avram Glazer to remain stakeholders in the club, Mail Sport understands, in what would be a highly controversial act likely to infuriate large sections of United support. One of the options on the table for the American owners would see Ratcliffe take a controlling stake of more than 50%, with the two Glazers retaining a combined 20%. Should the proposal get the nod, it would mean that a connection with the family continues. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.